Hello there, and in today's video we're going to talk about the fact, the transfer issue of Boubacar Kamara to Manchester United, and this could be the first signing of Ralf Rangnick right now to Manchester United. United reportedly could overtake AC Milan in the race for the Boubacar Kamara transfer, as in other rumors. Manchester United are reportedly interested in Boubacar Kamara as they join AC Milan in the hunt for the midfielder. The Reds' hunt for the reinforcement in the middle of the pitch is no secret with their interest in Declan Rice and speculation surrounding their interest in Frenkie de Jong and Ireland. Fred has recently given Ralf Rangnick something to think about after coming into criticism during his role in the Gunners' Solskjaer side, but since the German's introduction has put in a good number of performances. Since Ralf Rangnick came, he's put in some good performances. While the Martial midfielder Kamara has always been in the eyes of Ralf Rangnick. That is because according to Rangnick, a good midfielder would be something that we could cherish, something that we actually need right now. We really need a midfielder right now. I can almost say we need it right now. And because we have been struggling with the midfield for so long. According to the several news sources, news, views, soccer news, breaking news, all the news sources across, Rangnick is a huge admirer of Boubacar Kamara, and in his eyes, this young midfielder could be one of the solutions to the Manchester United's CDM, and its midfield and defense, which they have been lacking for a very long time. Let's face it, we are stacked with attack, but what we lack is a decent midfield. We don't have that. It is said the Reds have the power to overtake last season's Serie A runners-up due to the financial power. And meanwhile, Marcus Rashford is wanted by PSG, as Pochettino's side have reportedly joined the race to sign him. So yeah, that's a issue. Marcus Rashford, has been, people are forcing, to take Marcus Rashford, especially PSG. Barcelona are said to be the latest club to lodge an interest in the England international, according to Mundo Deportivo. The report says that Rashford is open to a move to the Camp Nou due to the competition for the places at Old Trafford, but the Parisians could join the pursuit and have already made contact. We have teamed up with LiveScore to invite fans to vote, and the fans are already voting, that, this could be the case. There could be a particular issue where Kamara, we could be ahead for Kamara, and Manchester United fans are not confident. They're quite confident that this could be one of the first transfers. Several among the first transfers, for the Manchester United supporters get to see under Mr. Ralf Rangnick. Manchester United are plotting a January transfer window soup for new defensive-minded midfielders because we really lack a defensive midfielder. We really lack it. And now we are swooping for it. Who will be hoping to resume their Premier League, campaign on December 27th against Newcastle United at St. James Park have often been told that they have lacked a world-class holding midfielder in the past year or so, with it often having an area of the team that has attracted widespread criticism. United were linked with an array of players. Many different players were linked with United, starting from Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, of Borussia Dortmund as well. However, the club's big money additions of Rafael Varane, Jadon Sancho, and Cristiano Ronaldo put pay to any hopes of a new midfielder, on the line to their armour. And however, the Manchester Evening News understands, according to Manchester Evening News, according to, the Sun, the Daily Telegraph, the goal, if you look over all recent, newspapers and news, and the soccer world, and also the latest Manchester United transfer news, you'll get to see that, the board is ready to back interim manager Ralf Rangnick now. They have full confidence in him because he has created big superstars from, small unknown players who no one even knew. He's created superstars out of them. The RB Leipzig midfielder and RB Leipzig, Amadou Haidara has become interest to United in recent weeks because of Rangnick's ties with the German club. However, Haidara is poised to be off to Africa Cup of Nations with Mali next year, meaning a move will be unlikely to United. United already have a wealth of midfielders in their books, but a defensive combination, of a midfielder is something they lack. Let's be honest. We have seen, McTominay and Fred totally, joke around in the midfield. They weren't good. We couldn't see a good gameplay. McTominay and Fred, we saw some very poor gameplay. So despite all of that, we do need a good defensive midfielder to back our attackers. I've been saying it again and again and again. As long as we don't have a good CDM, we will be struggling. Despite their recent performances, a number of supporters have, grown frustrated with the pair of them working alongside each other, with many demanding a change. So, the news that United are going to pursue a January move for a new midfielder has now promoted a number of supporters to share their opinions who they want. With Marseille midfielder Boubacar Kamara, being and Haidara attracting a lot of attention from the fans. The fans are basically, a lot of them are saying, looks like we're targeting a midfielder, So, Kamara and Haidara seem interesting. A lot of people are saying, they want both. And it's attracting a lot of attention. As you can see, in the lot of tweets, you can see that basically, Boubacar Kamara is now, he's basically a very lucrative target right now for the fans. And the fans are demanding him, the fans want him. The fans are talking about him. He's everywhere. He's in the news. He's in all around the news. He's over there, over here. So I think that one of the new transfers is going to be, it might be, Boubacar Kamara. There's a very high possibility. The midfield is considered to have a very, strong impact on the United's game. And this midfielder is also very fast paced, he's young, he's exactly the kind of player who you need for gameplay in a team of Ralf Rangnick. So taking all these things into account, we can clearly say that Boubacar Kamara is going to be one of the perfect midfielders for Manchester United. And this is the good news I'm giving you guys, that he might be one of the first transfers of Mr. Ralf Rangnick, Mr. Boubacar Kamara. It's almost confirmed. They're going to get Boubacar Kamara first, then maybe they're going to get Haidara, because this toxic combination of Fred and McTominay, it's quite toxic. People don't like it. They can't play. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. This toxic combination of McTominay and Fred. But let's be honest, they contribute nothing. I mean they do, but McTominay and Fred, but Fred, he is a good attacking midfielder, but he's not a good defensive midfielder. We need a good CDM. We've been wanting that for a long time. And if we get Boubacar Kamara, then this could officially be the first transfer of Ralf Rangnick era, which is Boubacar Kamara from Marseille, So let's see what happens. I'll be bringing you new news about transfers, and thank you guys for sticking. We're growing as a family where we talk about transfers, and I try to bring you authentic news, especially the news that I see from Fabrizio Romano. He is one of my favorite guys, and as we might have Erik Ten Hag coming in the future. So basically, with players like Sancho, Ronaldo, Greenwood, Varane, Rashford, So if we can get Kamara, Fred and Kamara will have a great combination. So take care, and keep looking out for more videos.